jaywalk. Yes. Are you done mowing? Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel, and that's if you're new, but if you're already a part of the fam, welcome back. So as you can tell by today's title, I am finally doing my first ever Japanese lesson. Finally. Forgive me, I know it's long overdue, but I only release videos like once every 2 weeks, and that's twice a month, so I don't get to release as much content as I'd love to. Pause. Hey guys, I want to explain why I haven't been able to post as much content as I'd love to. So I'm balancing YouTube with online learning and other responsibilities, and sometimes it gets really hard to manage all of this, but I really have been considering posting videos once every week. So when I get my life in order, I promise that I will be posting videos once every week. But until then, stay tuned for more videos. Now back to the video. The ideas are always flowing, but just turning that into reality takes so much time, and I'm sorry, but I keep my promises. My videos are always out once every 2 weeks. I'm here, I'm present, you get the videos, you get entertained, I enjoy myself. Huh. Yes, I am wearing, yeah. Anyway. So what my Japanese lessons are gonna be called, they're gonna be called All Things Nippon Japanese Lessons, and that's because not only am I teaching you guys the language, but I also want to teach you guys all things Nippon, all things Japan. I'm gonna teach you guys about the culture, the music, movies, shows, anime, TV, songs, everything, anything, whatever. And that's because I love Japan. It's my second home. I was born there, I've lived there. My name is legit Japanese, and it's just a huge part of me, and I feel like there's so much that we can learn from Japanese culture and the Japanese people that we can just like even use in our personal lives, and I guess I just want to share that with you guys. So that's why it's going to be called All Things Nippon, and the lessons are going to be conducted in this way. In each video there are going to be 6 to 8 phrases or words that I'm going to teach you guys, with some 4 to 5 fun facts in between. I don't know where I'm going to place them. They might be at the beginning, they might be in between the phrases, they might be at the end of the video. So might as well watch this video to the end to find out some interesting stuff about Japan. So before we hop into this video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new to join this fam that's all about spreading love and positivity. And for more content like this, dance videos, sit downs, and so much more. And also press the notification bell so you're notified each time I post a new video. And give this video a thumbs up whether you're new or not, so I can help spread the love from my channel to the rest of the world. So without a further ado, 早速日本語の授業を始めますか? Oh! Now let's hop into this lesson. So the 8 phrases that I am teaching you guys today, they're phrases that are related to greetings, and these phrases are Ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, konbanwa, oyasuminasai, sayonara, ありがとうございます。どういたしましてとすみません. Those are the 8 phrases, and the fun facts are going to be based on the Japanese language because it's the first lesson, so why not? So, the first word I'm teaching you is Ohayo gozaimasu. Say it with me. Ohayo gozaimasu. And if you say it at a normal pace, it's Ohayo gozaimasu, which means good morning. And that's like the formal way that's the formal way of saying it. And then the informal way of saying it would be Ohayo. Say it with me. Ohayo, which at the normal pace is Ohayo, which is like just like saying morning, like, you know, like Ohayo chun chun みたいな Ohayo senpai みたいな。あと Ohayo chisanbo-kun, Ohayo Tina-chan みたいな、そうやって言うの。So that's Ohayo gozaimasu. One more time. Ohayo gozaimasu and Ohayo. And the next word I am teaching you is konnichiwa, which I'm sure like everyone's heard it. It's just like everywhere. It's everywhere. Konnichiwa. That's just hello, hi, good afternoon. Yeah, just means those three. Hello, hi, good afternoon. That's konnichiwa. And fun fact number 1. Now this is also a lesson, part of this lesson, but it's a fun fact. In this character, there are 2 ways in which you can say it. You can say ha, you can read it as ha, or you could read it as wa. But this depends on the context. So in the previous words that I taught you, like ohayo gozaimasu, as you can see, you can read it as ha in this one. But in konnichiwa, you read it as wa. I really don't like, it's just weird. The Japanese writing system and stuff is weird. You're gonna see when we get to sayonara. It's weird, but yeah. And now, phrase number 3 is konbanwa, which is good evening. Say with me, konbanwa. When you say it at the normal pace, it's konbanwa, which is good evening, like I said. And then word number 3, oyasumi nasai. Say it with me, oyasumi nasai, which when you say it at the normal pace is oyasumi nasai, which means good night. Now that's the formal way of saying it. Now if you want to say it in an informal way, like if you're just talking to a friend, a peer, someone you're really close to, you can just say oyasumi. Say it with me, oyasumi. So you remove the nasai part. And that's just basically the equivalent of saying night. So like night bro, night sis, night night. Yeah, so that's oyasumi. And then the 3rd lesson, this is number 5. Gosh, I'm moving fast. And the 5th lesson is sayonara. Say with me, sayonara, which when you say at the normal pace is sayonara, which means goodbye, bye. Now, here is something that I need you guys to note. When you do say sayonara, I know at the end it's written in romaji. That's what the Japanese call it, where you like kind of write the Japanese words in English letters. It's called romaji. At the end it's written ra, like R-A, but you don't read that as ra. You read it as ra. As ra. It's not R, it's not L either. It's like a mixture of R and L. So it's not sayonara, it's not sayonara, it's sayonara. This was like one of the hardest things I had to learn. You know, there's the rarirurero, sono gyo, sono moji. Learning that was hard. Rarirurero. It's really hard. And it's hard to learn that, especially as an English speaker. It takes time, but once you get used to it, it becomes pretty easy. So that's sayonara. And then fun fact, Japanese is actually the 9th most commonly spoken language when it comes to native speakers. So the key term there is native speakers. So in terms of like most commonly spoken language, of course it's English, because like it's just become like a global language. Like if you want to kind of enter the business world, especially if you want to enter the business world with other countries, other businesses, other companies, you have to learn English because that's just like the global language. But when it comes to native speakers, like people who are actually born in that country, who actually know the language because they were born there, not because they had to learn it like from other countries. I don't know if it's making sense. Word number 6 is arigatou gozaimasu. Say with me, arigatou gozaimasu. Now, there are 3 ways of saying thank you. This means arigatou gozaimasu means thank you, and there are 3 ways of saying it. That's number 1, that's arigatou gozaimashita. That's like the most formal. Then there's the semi-formal, which is arigatou gozaimasu. And then there's the informal, which is arigato, which is like thanks. So yeah, there are 3 different ways of saying this, and it's just cool. Like that's actually one of the fun things I find about Japan. What I find cool about the Japanese language and beautiful is like there are just so many ways of saying so many things, and just find it cool. And if you want to go like slang, like for arigato, like you can say azas. And I do this a lot with my brother, like when we just ask for a favor, and like, I'm sorry, forgive the noise. In the next yard, they're mowing they're mowing the lawn, so forgive me. Anyway, so let's move into fun fact number 3, and that's that in Japan there are no plurals. Like there are no plurals. Like for example, the word book, you can tell the plural form of book is books, you know, like extra s, right? In Japan the word book is hon. But if you want to say it in a plural form, you have to make sure you add like the number of books in front of the word book. So it's not gonna be, so for example, 2 books, you've seen that plural form. In Japanese it will be futatsu no hon. So as you can tell, the word hon hasn't changed even when you try to say like there are 2, it's still hon. So that's fun fact number 3. So let's get into the last 2 phrases that we are learning. Phrase number 7. I hope I've counted these things properly. I'm sure I might have lost track somewhere, I don't know, but this is supposed to be number 7. This is do itashimashite. Say with me, do itashimashite, which when you say at a normal pace is do itashimashite, which means you're welcome. Which actually, this is just like a little tiny English lesson. This is a lesson my mom taught me, but apparently you're welcome isn't the best thing to say after saying thank you. Apparently it's like my pleasure, no problem, don't mention it, like words like that. Otherwise I was told that you're welcome isn't the best thing to use, but yeah, do itashimashite is basically you're welcome. The last word I'm teaching you is sumimasen. Say it with me, sumimasen, which when you say at the normal pace is sumimasen. Now, this has 2 meanings and it depends on the context. One meaning could be I'm sorry. Another meaning could be excuse me. So for example, if you see 2 people standing in a doorway and you want to pass there, you can be like, sumimasen, totte ii desu ka? Which means, excuse me, may I please pass? Or let's say if you make a mistake, you can be like, sumimasen deshita, which means I'm sorry. So those are the 2 contexts in which you can use the term sumimasen. The final fun fact. Now this one, I found it pretty cool. Apparently, Japanese is one of the hardest languages for an English-speaking person to learn. And I just did research. It can take up to 88 weeks for one person to learn Japanese. And I found that pretty cool, because there are actually categories of like the hard, like how long, actually no, there are categories of the hardness of languages. What? Yeah, I think that's correct. The categories of the hardness of a language to learn. Guys, English. They know English is not my friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm sure you get what I mean. So there's categories 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in number 5, where it actually takes more than 88 weeks to learn a language, in category 5 there's Japanese, there's Mandarin. I will actually insert the link. Actually no, I insert a picture of category 5, actually categories 1 through 5, just for you guys to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I found that very cool and I found that pretty interesting, because for me it actually took me about like, I think less than a year, at least a year or less, to learn decent Japanese enough to get me going around the country or to get me through like my days. And the reason why it's one of the hardest languages is actually mostly, it's not because it's hard to like pick up, it's the writing system that makes it hard. Because there are 3 writing systems. There's kanji, there's hiragana, and there's katakana. And unless at least if you're able to read hiragana and from there you're able to start reading books, like a few books. You can be able to also read like menus, street signs. From there it becomes, once you just get the hang of hiragana, it becomes easy to learn Japanese. And you just have to start learning the grammar and a few vocabulary and stuff like that. But once you have hiragana down, but then when you get to the kanji, but I can't lie, writing Japanese is like one of the most fun things for me. Like I love writing Japanese calligraphy, like just the kanji is so beautiful. You guys have no idea. It's so fun and it's so satisfying for me to write. And that's one of the reasons why I love Japanese. But anyway, we are actually done with our lesson today. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and support your girl. And also subscribe to my channel again to join this fam that's all about spreading love and positivity. And we're gonna help you spread your light, shine your light, do everything right. And I hope you guys go out and do that. And comment actually other fun facts that you would love to learn about Japan. I will talk about anything. I love that country, so I would talk about it on and on and on once we get to the food and anime. Gone. Anyway, with all that said, until my next video, peace, sayonara.